Welcome to USMLE Tips and Tricks. Hi, everybody. I'm going to answer the question now that was asked earlier. The question was, what do you do about decision making? How do you actually approach that? Well, there's actually a process that I mentioned before. And really what you have to do is you identify the decision that you're going to make. So try to figure out what they're showing you, and then what type of decision do you have? Ask them, what is the problem? What are you having problems with making decisions about? Then the most important thing is find out what they know. So, we don't want to explain things to a patient that already knows stuff. So I need to find out what level do they know about this? What do you know about this? What are your fears? What are you worried about? And those are the things that we look at first. So what do they know about it? And what do they want me to help them with? Now, obviously, there's usually a decision. And for example, if it's going to be chemotherapy versus home treatment versus alternative medicine, we have to explain to them what each one is. Our job is to really make sure that they have good knowledge base, so they can make a good decision. So what I try to do is, how can I help you really understand each area so that we can help you make a good decision. So let's look at all the different options that are available, and then I'll let you come up with a decision. Now remember, I never make the decision for them. They always ask me, well, doctor, what would you do? And I'll show you what I do that in a minute. But what I usually do is I tell them that I really have to identify what they need to know, and then just really give them as much information that I can to really help them have an educated decision, right? That's what everybody would like to have, is a good education, so we could say and then what would be the results of different things. Well, if you take this decision, you might have this. If you take this, you might have this. Well, we don't know what will actually happen with any patient. But at least we have an idea of what might happen with certain things. And so, for example, if I say chemotherapy, that they ask me all the time, should we go with the chemotherapy? He's 90 years old. He's really has a lot of problems. If I add the chemotherapy to him, we'll probably kill him faster. So how can we make him comfortable and give him palliative care? Or do we really need to be aggressive and do all the surgery? Well, that really depends on the patient, what he wants. And it depends on what the family wants too. They all have to be in agreement. So it's not about me, it's about what they just need to decide. So there's an idea of what you do. So the process is learn what they want. What do you want? What is the problem? What type of decisions are you having trouble with? What do you know about this? So I can help you with it. What do you know? And then let's look at the different options that you are thinking of taking, and make sure that you understand each option and what's going to happen with each one of these options. One might be surgery, one might be chemotherapy, so what is really involved in the surgery and the chemotherapy and those type of things? We have to explain that to them. And of course, in USMLE, it'll be shorter and easier, but in real life, I try to explain it like this so that the patient has a decision. And then they always ask me, I think every single, I don't think I've had a patient that never said, oh, what would you do, doctor? And so I always say, as soon as you make the decision, I'll tell you. And so then they say, okay, doc. So I wait, and then when they finally make their decision, doc, we made our decision, this is what we chose them. So what's your decision? And I say, well, I would do just what you did. And so they would say, doctor, that's not fair. Well, it is fair because I can't influence their decisions. I tell them, I'm sorry. I can influence your decision on this because it's your decision, and you have to see what works best for you, not for me or my opinion. I can inform you, but I really have to be very objective in this type of situation. And that's the best way to handle it. So there you have some ideas of what to do. And hopefully that'll help you. Okay.